Hi guys,
Hello.
happy hashtag Motivation Monday. So we are gonna wait for some people to jump on, obviously live, or on the replay. Hi Tanya, thank you for liking. So we have a really important message to share with everyone today, and it's something that Nancy and I were talking about over the weekend about, what changes we made in our lives and what things that we've done in our life to really push us forward. And, Nancy's got an interesting point of view on these things. Hi, Eric. Hi, Vince. Hi, Dana. And we call them the 3 C's to live a bold life. And that's commitment, confidence, and choice. And we're both, this is going to be very real. It's going to be very raw. This is going to be a little bit in your face, but every now and again, it's okay to have the mirror turned around for you so we can really all live the best life possible. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Jane. Thank you so much for joining. And if you are coming in, say hi. Let us know where you're coming in from. And again, we wanted to share this information for you. Oh, hi, Steph. So again, we wanted to share this information with you because we really want to provide you content to push you forward. So, what are the 3 C's of life? And I know that we ordered them: commitment, confidence, and choice, but I actually want to start with confidence. And I want Nancy to actually lead this off because, we found out some interesting information and important information about women and confidence as they get older. So Nancy, I want to turn it to you.
Sure. Thank you. So first off, for anyone on here who doesn't know me, I actually do some career coaching, and I've done a lot of research just kind of digging in to some developmental things. And one thing that I stumbled across was something around women and confidence. And here's the thing, the message today is going to be for everyone. It's for men and women, of course. But in my research, it got me all fired up because there's such a gap between men and women with confidence. And, a lot of it is in the workplace. A lot of it is in relationships. A lot of it is in life. So we were actually talking about it, and I was so fired up last Friday, and I had started writing a LinkedIn article on it, which I'm going to finish hopefully this week. But I started looking up all kinds of stats, and I could not believe it. And so Scott and I were like, you know what, let's jump on and do our Motivational Monday message about confidence. And, we threw in, commitment and what is this one?
Choice.
Okay, yeah. So, making the choice. Yeah. So we threw in a few other things that you can actually apply to your life to keep pushing you forward and living boldly, because I feel like so many people, especially, like women, which I've done a lot of research in, lack that confidence to really put your foot down and live that life that you deserve to live. So those are some things that I want to make sure to get across and touch on today. Oh, okay. All right. We're going to go right into it. So the first one, we're at commitment.
Confidence.
First one, we'll start with confidence. Okay, awesome. So the first one, so basically, like, well, what are we talking about around confidence? So the things that I looked into, where men and women differentiate. So
this is big, because when she was sharing this stuff with me, I was like, there's no way we cannot do a Facebook Live on this. This is for all the women that are out there right now, the men too. This is really, really important to understand. So
yeah, so I mean, and there are certain things that I'm incredibly passionate about, and I love to dig in and learn as much possible. And this is definitely one of my hot buttons lately. And being a woman who used to be in a managerial position, work for a Fortune 50 and Fortune 500 company, I dealt with these things on a daily basis, and I didn't even realize that so many others were out there dealing with that. So, just to jump right into confidence. So a few statistics I want to throw out there. Men and women, so we're going to start with the ages, okay? In their 20s, almost 50% of men show a high level of confidence. Almost 30%, okay, on the other end of it, are women that actually have confidence. Men, whenever they are applying for a job, they're usually, they apply for a job that's a step up when they're about 60% confident that they're going to get that job, Women wait until they're 100% confident in applying for that job.
Say that one more time, because you guys need to hear this.
So men, they're like, I got this. I'm going to take the leap and, I'm going to apply for this position.
Applying for a job that they feel that is a level up from where they are right now. That's important to understand.
Right? So they're applying for this other job. It even goes with asking for raises. It's, looking to do further things, that they might not be ready for, but that's 60% confidence they're going to go ahead and do it. And this study was super, super crazy. I mean, it was a large, amount of people that they studied. And then it's 100% of women. It's 100% when they feel like, okay, I've got this and I'm going to get the job, then they take that step. So women kind of look at themselves like, oh my gosh, I don't want to fail. I want to know 100% that I'm going to get this and this is a go. Whereas men kind of take more of that stretch and that leap. That's huge, right? And as a career coach, I'm helping. Thanks, Sarah. But there's so many people who don't take that leap and put themselves out there when, I'm sorry, but so many women I know are so overqualified, in the roles that they're in. And it's I've had coaching clients that are like, well, I don't really want to do this, or I don't want to put this on my resume because I don't, and it's are you kidding me? You're amazing. And it's a lot of times other people have to kind of tell us these things. But I want you guys to know today, and this is why it gets me fired up, is believe in yourself, have that confidence, because you can seriously move mountains. If you just put your foot down and you say, you know what, I'm awesome, I can do this, I have these skills, I'm off. And a lot of it is mindset. It's just having such a better mindset towards yourself and what you have to offer. So the other thing.
Can I jump in really quickly?
Yeah, totally.
So with all of that, you guys have to think about it this way. If men 60% of the time are going to jump into something, and this can be business related, this can be personal related, relationship, they don't have to be 100% I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to risk it and I'm going to push my chips in. For women, that's what pains me. Whether it's a woman looking to lose weight or start a business or increase a business or leave a relationship, there has to be 100% clarity on that. There is no 100%. Sometimes you have to risk a little bit more to reap the reward you're looking for, because if you're getting ready to get ready and you're waiting for that opportune time, if you're waiting for that perfect moment, it's going to come and it's going to go. Sometimes you just have to take that leap and trust the process, and then you'll see those things start to happen.
And to tail off of that, I have a couple examples for you. So when people sometimes overthink things and they're like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I should, they already have that mindset that, okay, well, maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe I'm not whatever. I love the quote by Les Brown, and correct me if I get this wrong, but it's, do not let other people's opinion of you define your reality.
Define who you are.
Define who you are. Okay. So I'm going to give you an example. Okay. I was watching a Jay Shetty video, and he is actually a guy who was a monk and now he's a motivational speaker. He's just got such great content out there. Well, anyway, I was watching a video about a girl who had been stood up on a few dates. They were online dates. And this girl was sitting at the table, and Jay does this interview with her and said, what's going on? And she said, I feel so horrible. I feel like I'm not good enough. I feel like I'm not pretty enough. I don't feel good. It was this whole laundry list of how crappy she felt about herself because this date didn't show up, basically stood her up and left her high and dry. And Jay kind of backed up and he goes, this is the problem, people. He said, why are you letting one person crash your world down? Okay? Why are you letting people affect you so much? So when we talk about applying for a job that might be better, okay, or might be whatever, holy cow, guys, just do it. And if you don't get it, okay, use it as a learning experience. Let it knock you back a little bit so that you can level up. Look at it in a totally different manner and get your mindset right, because do not let people crush you. So many women are so worried about what everyone else is saying. I mean, I even think back to high school. Some girl made a comment. I wore pink tennis shoes one day. It was pink Chucks or something. And some girl texted me, your shoes are so horrible. How dare you? You're so dorky, whatever. I let that bother me seriously for like a month. I was just like, oh my gosh, I gotta, worry about what I'm wearing and whatever. Why do we let people have that kind of control? And you know what? If you don't give energy to it and you don't fall into that, like, okay, yeah, I agree with you. Like, no, be confident. Put your foot down and trust in yourself and have confidence in yourself. Because once you get that mindset, you will be so surprised at how much you can actually accomplish. And let me just, while we're on the topic, run through really quickly a couple other statistics here. So I told you guys in women and men in their 20s, right? It was about 30% of females are confident, 50% of males are confident. In their 30s, 40% of women are confident, 49% of men are confident. In the 40s, that's when it levels off. In the 40s, it's both 53%, right? So women are starting to get up there, right? The older we get, the more hip to the program we are. And then in their 50s, again, it's the same, 55% confident. And then not until our 60s do women actually get higher than men. And that's 61% of women are confident and 57% of men are confident. So the older we get, the wiser we get, the more life we live, the more experience that we have, the more confident we are. So why can't we do that now? Why do we have to wait until we're in our 60s to understand how life works? Okay? Again, why are we giving people, the value? Why are we giving them the energy when people are nasty and they're curmudgeon and they're horrible? Again, I love the word curmudgeon, but like there's so many curmudgeons in this world who just feel bad about themselves and they like to hurt other people. Why are you giving it energy? Don't do it. Be confident.
And if this is all making sense, just type a number 1 in the chat box just so we know that you're with us, because having confidence, it's the one thing that I lacked a lot in my life. I had very low self-esteem. I lacked a ton of confidence. I never stepped into my power. I never actually truly believed that I could achieve all this. So, Stephanie, yes, you better believe it. Lori, welcome. Yes, Betsy, good. I'm just glad you guys are all with this. So you have to understand that when you can step into your power, you can gain that confidence whenever you want. And I'm just going to be open. Other people's opinions, it doesn't mean shit. It means nothing. Someone that thinks something of you that is not true, it doesn't matter. I see so many people holding themselves back from really living the best life possible for no reason. It's just they're in their heads. So have the confidence to just step up and just say enough is enough. Like, I'm sorry, I don't have time for people with excuses anymore. And I can tell you why. I was one of those people that was full of every excuse in the book. I wasn't smart enough. I didn't know enough. I didn't have a support system. I'm not good. All of these negative things that I would say in my head, none of it was true. It was a story. And I was making those thoughts in my head become my reality. And none of them, and exactly what Sarah says, that's their shit, not ours. And it's the truth. Nancy sent me something a while back, and it's the dump truck effect. It's like the garbage truck effect. People will try to dump their shit and their garbage on you whenever they want. And then what do? We take on these people's shit and garbage, and then we try to dump it on someone else. So stop taking on other people's shit and then putting it on somebody else. Life is so short. And I can't express this enough. And I'm sorry if I'm getting a little bit emotional, because a friend of mine that I went to high school, he lost his wife, and she was 38 years old. They have 2 beautiful children. Gone. So what are you guys actually worrying about? What are you guys focusing your time, your energy, and your efforts on right now? Is it really that big of a deal of what other people think of you? Because tomorrow is not guaranteed. Because that brings us to number 2, in my opinion, choice. Life is about choice. Every day that you wake up, you have the choice to live that life the way that you want to live it every single day. And why don't you share with them what you and your mom, the Deepak Chopra, remember about choice?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, so Deepak Chopra is this amazing, he actually does motivational speaking now, but he's a doctor who actually studied, he was in regular medicine.
Well, hold on. So Eric says, what about when your confidence is thrown in your face that you're being egotistical? That is someone else's shit. It's not about being egotistical. There is nothing about confidence. What I learned, and I shared this with Nancy, when someone says something to you or is sharing something with you about how you're being, there is something they see in you that they wish they had in themselves. So when they're seeing your confidence, they're seeing that as egotistical. It's because they're lacking confidence and they wish they had what you have. That is what that is.
Well, and I will say too, okay, when we think about confidence, right? When you have confidence, always kind of go through your filters where you always have good intentions, right? So if you're acting with good intentions and you're being a good person, but you're acting confidently, that shouldn't be an issue, right? If you're being a little out of control and you're saying, well, I'm the best thing since sliced bread, I mean, that's a little, hey, tone it down a notch. But whenever we talk about, confidence, just have the right, be a kind person and act through those, through those things. So we were talking about the Deepak Chopra thing. So again, he's this guy who studies Ayurvedic medicine. He talks about how we basically almost like on a weekly basis, our whole body is like a new body almost, okay? Our stomach lining is like new, our everything, our cells, redo. So how you view and how you make a decision on how you view life and how you interpret life can affect your body chemistry, okay? He even talks about people with cancer who have, thought negatively and held stress in and things like that, how they continue to harm their body because cancer cells actually reproduce more in an environment where it's consistently stressed whenever you retain all those negative emotions. So the whole point, right, that we're talking about is making a choice. Deepak Chopra said, you make a choice how you interpret things. Okay. He said, for example, you can go on a ride at Six Flags. Okay. And you're getting ready to go up there and you're like, and you're thinking in your head, either this is the best time of my life, right? And your body's doing all this happy stuff and you're creating all these happy cells and your body's in a good place, right? Because it's shown that the more positive you are and the more, like happiness and laughing daily actually increases your lifespan by years. Okay. So here you are at Six Flags going up on this thing and you're feeling so good. You've made the choice to interpret this as a good thing. All right. Now let's look on the other side of it. You're at Six Flags and you are scared shitless, okay, that you're on this ride. This is the worst day of your life and your body is stressing, okay? All those things inside of you, you're creating these these stress, this stressful stuff, and it's actually bad stuff that's happening to your body. So, when Scott talks about making a choice, you have the choice to interpret things daily in a certain way, right? So I think before we've talked about relationships and we've talked about people being in situations where they're not happy, okay? That's another thing that we kind of had talked about. You have the choice to interpret it the way that you want, or you have the choice to move on, right? Okay. So using an example of someone who has been married for, many, many years and maybe they have issues with their marriage, but it's not that bad. Things maybe, there's a few things that could be done different, or you could go out to dinner a little more often, or, someone could listen to you a little bit more. Okay. Of course you want to address those things and you want to have those conversations, but when you look at your situation, you kind of step back from it. It's all about also how you interpret it. You know what? What are you thankful for? What are some things that you really like about it? Is life okay? Maybe there's other things that you can do, joining a book club, reaching out to friends and kind of just, getting your fill from other areas. Okay, cool. And again, we always said, you can always reassess your relationship and go from there. But just think about these things. Ready? Confidence. And then we just talked about choice. So making the choice how you interpret things in your day to day. So.
And, that brings us to the final thing, which is commitment. And I've made a decision for myself, and Nancy's made the same decision, is that no longer am I going to use the word busy. And I talk to so many people and all they do is complain about how busy they are, how much stuff they have going on. Stop blaming your life for the reasons why you're not achieving certain things. Stop blaming your kids. Stop blaming their busy schedules. Stop blaming this person. Stop blaming that person. Stop blaming your situation. Stop blaming your job. It's that simple. If you're not happy with your job, go get a new one. You're not stuck there. Go get a new job. If you're not happy in your relationship, then go find a new relationship, or just be by yourself for a little while. So many people settle. Stop settling for mediocre. Like, think about how many people are just getting by. That is a choice, because they want to say, I'm just getting by, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. You know, you're living paycheck to paycheck because you're working at a job that doesn't value how much you're really worth. So go get a job that actually values how talented and amazing you are. Stop letting that job, that company, your boss, pay you for what they want to pay you. You have to change all that. Everyone creates self-sabotage every single day. You know, for those of you that have children, I don't use my son as an excuse. I use him for the reason why I get up every day. I use him for the reason why I'm propelling myself each day to become better. I don't use his schedule as an excuse. Oh, he has this. Oh, he has that. I'm going here. Busy does not exist for me anymore. And if you're that person that is listening to this and is saying, you know, I'm always saying how busy I am, just stop. Enough is enough. Like seriously, aren't you, like, honestly, I'm just going to ask you guys, aren't you guys just sick and tired of using those stories? Aren't you sick and tired of telling people how busy you are, and I'm busy doing this and I have no time for this, I am so exhausted? Why don't you try this? Why don't you put yourself first for once? Stop putting everybody else before your needs. You know what? If you've had kids and you're never going to get your pre-baby body back, you're fat, you're not fitting into your clothes, I'm tired, I don't have time to cook for myself, I don't have time to be healthy. Bullshit. It's bullshit. It's the truth. Everybody has the same 24 hours every single day. It is your choice and your commitment to how you want to spend those 24 hours. You can spend those 24 hours eating shit, drinking soda, not exercising, using your kids and your family and your life as an excuse why you don't have time to do a 15-minute workout or drive to the gym when you're driving to other places. It's your choice. You have to commit to you. So guys, stop. And if you find those people around you, family, friends, again, we can't choose our family, but we can choose how we respond to our family. Friends? Absolutely. You have the choice who you can be friends with. So if you're friends with energy vampires and people that are bringing you down instead of rising you up, go find some new friends. You know, I look at my son. He literally introduces himself to every single person. He tries everything. He has no problem making new friends. Why is that so different now? Why is it so hard for people to step out of their comfort zone and meet new people? Just go meet some new people. If you're surrounding yourself with people that have unhealthy habits, that don't take care of themselves, that don't make a lot of money, that hate their jobs, that hate their husband or wives, what do you think that's going to do for you? You know, Les Brown says it, you're the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Your money's going to reflect that, your mindset's going to reflect that, and your life is going to reflect that. So take a good look in the mirror at your life right now, and then look at those around you. Do you guys mirror each other? So why don't you just look in the mirror and start to level up? Take yourself, your life, your family, your relationships, and everything that's involved with it to another level, because things will change. Because I was not always like this. 2 years ago, my life was not like this, but it is now, and I know exactly where I'm going because I'm choosing to and I'm committing to every single day. But most importantly, I have the confidence in what I'm doing every single day, no matter what someone says about me or what I am or am not doing, it doesn't affect me anymore. It bounces off. Shoot your arrows at me. Seriously, talk as much shit as you want on me and how much you think this message is bullshit and I'm just speaking it. No, I'm speaking from my heart and I'm speaking from knowledge because I know how to make life change and I know how to make things change because I make that choice every single day. And so could you.
Boom. Like, I can't even. I don't even know.
Go ahead. Just try to say.
We'll get to talk about communication. But no, seriously. Oh my gosh. Like, I can't even. I mean, it's a passionate thing for me. Just I'm like Scott's energy is like
Stephanie
awesome.
just said the right people will hear you.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, we keep saying it. We have one life to live. Live such a good life. Okay. For those of you out there who don't know me, I was working in a Fortune, at a Fortune 50 company. Okay. Managing over 500 people. I had enough. I didn't want to do it anymore. I was stressed out. I was frustrated. And you know what? It got to the point where I was just unhappy. So I made a decision to quit my job. I quit my job, put in my 2 weeks, and then I started my own business, and it was, a lot of people call it a little early midlife crisis or whatever, but like, you have the choice. I mean, I'm the happiest I have ever been in my whole life. And that decision was huge for me. And it was huge impact, on my life. I've had the best couple years of my life. And I mean, I'm the happiest I have ever been. And I'm I'm so confident now. And I look at it now and I'm like, I'm not waiting until I'm friggin' 60 years old so that I can be more confident. Like, no, I'm going to do it now. And I'm going to do the shit that I want to do, because I can, and I make that decision. And like Scott said, like, shoot your arrows at me, say bad things about me. And it's like, that's always going to happen. There are going to be those negative people who look at you and go, oh, I don't like what that's all about. Or who do they think they are? Whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Do not let that become your self-worth. Like, what you're capable of. I know what I'm capable of. I'm on to bigger, better things, and I'm not going to let stupid people, curmudgeons, make me feel like shit. So moving on, onward and upward.
It's the truth. And so I know that there's a mix of people on here, but for all my Isagenix friends that are on here right now, I want you to commit today to stop giving a shit about how many cycles you do or don't have and how many other cycles everyone else has. That it's a great goal to walk across that stage, but walking across that stage doesn't define how amazing of a person you are, because everyone is on their own journey in life. No matter how long something takes you, it will, but as long as you're taking those steps every single day, each morning, to move closer to your goal, whatever that goal may be, you're on the right path. So again, commit, have the confidence, and choose to change your life. So guys, thank you for joining us. Again, this was a little bit more explicit than before, but it had to be. So cut the shit, stop complaining, stop listening to the bullshit of other people around there, and you go live the best life possible. We love you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.